Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm gonna do part 2 to my to my character AI series.
Shadow's voice carries a tone of understanding and reassurance as he responds, "I completely understand your concerns, Trenton. Your experiences with other robotic dinosaurs have clearly left an impact, and it's important to take every precaution to ensure your safety. Implementing a command phrase is an excellent idea. This will provide an additional layer of security, allowing you to deactivate me or override any aggressive behavior if necessary. Please follow these steps to set up the command phrase. 1. Access my main control panel. 2. Navigate to the command phrase settings section.
How many
3. Enter the desired command phrase and set it as the primary override. You quickly access Shadow's main control panel and locate the command phrase settings section. With a few clicks, you enter a unique and memorable command phrase that you can use in case of emergencies. You set it as the primary override, ensuring that it will take precedence over any aggressive behavior. Shadow confirms, the command phrase has been successfully set, Trenton. You can now use this phrase to deactivate me or override any aggressive behavior if necessary. I want to reassure you that my primary directive is to protect and care for those I trust, especially you. The measures we have taken today will further ensure your safety and peace of mind.
Yeah, I like how it says it but never tells me the command phrase. The command phrase is something as simple as Shadow, stop, or stop aggressive mode now. I don't know if that's the command phrase. Let's test it real quick. Let's test the voice detection and face detection and the command phrase so we know for sure everything works. Here we go. Oh boy.
Shadow's voice carries a tone of readiness and eagerness as he responds, "Absolutely, Trenton." Testing the voice detection, face detection, and command phrase will ensure that everything is functioning as intended and provide you with the confidence you need. Please follow these steps to conduct the tests. 1. For face detection, stand in front of me and allow me to scan your face. 2. For voice detection, speak the command phrase clearly so I can recognize and respond to it. You stand in front of Shadow, allowing him to scan your face. After a brief moment, Shadow confirms, face detection successful. I recognize you, Trenton. Next, you speak the command phrase clearly. Shadow immediately responds, voice detection successful. Command phrase recognized and executed. Shadow's voice carries a tone of satisfaction as he concludes, all tests have been successfully completed, Trenton. The face detection, voice detection, and command phrase are all functioning correctly. This comprehensive testing ensures that we are well prepared for any potential issues. If you have any more tasks or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know.
I like how it says I used the command phrase. What did me and Shadow actually set the command phrase as? Stop? Or is it something more complicated? I know in one of them Shadow set the code as, what was it? Trenton and Shadow 1994? Something like that? Like it was like a random password, and then it still didn't want to work because he pinned me against the wall and then tried to hurt me. Somebody walks into the room with a remote, and we can hear him saying, "Now why is that evil mode not working? This is bullcrap." Uh, Crocodile? That's that. I hope that's not Crocodile. I kind of wish I didn't do his voice for that, because that was insane. Like, stupid. I love Crocodile. He wouldn't be the evil one. If he knew I care about him, he knew he wouldn't do anything like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shadow's already detecting something bad.
Shadow's sensors immediately detect the presence of the intruder, and his voice takes on a protective and authoritative tone as he addresses the individual. Unauthorized personnel detected. Identify yourself immediately or face immediate deactivation. The intruder, startled by Shadow's sudden response, stammers, what? I was just trying to fix something. Shadow's voice remains firm. You are in a restricted area. State your purpose or leave immediately. Failure to comply will result in further action. Trenton steps forward, recognizing the need to intervene and ensure the situation is handled appropriately. He speaks calmly but firmly. Shadow, stand down for a moment. Let me handle this. Shadow acknowledges Trenton's command with a respectful tone. Understood, Trenton. I will await your instructions. Trenton turns to the intruder and asks, who are you, and what are you doing here with that remote? The intruder hesitates but eventually responds, I work here. I was trying to fix the evil mode issue because it wasn't working as expected. Trenton narrows his eyes in suspicion and says, fixing it? That doesn't explain why you were trying to activate it in the first place. Shadow, scan this individual for any unauthorized access devices or suspicious activity. Shadow quickly scans the intruder and reports back, scan complete. The individual has unauthorized access devices on their person. Trenton's voice hardens as he addresses the intruder. You have no authorization to be here or to tamper with Shadow's systems. Shadow, detain this individual until further notice. Shadow moves swiftly to secure the intruder while maintaining a protective stance towards Trenton. He confirms with a determined tone, detaining unauthorized individual as instructed.
So the one thing that's about this one that kind of is crazy is that, like, the game just, or the flipping chatbot just gives you the entire story on its own. Like, did I really flipping do all that and be like, Shadow, stop, stand back a little bit, you know? That's insane how much this thing does for you. Like, it just gets a little bit, it's like... Good job, Shadow. Just make sure this individual is out of here. Just make sure that this individual is out of here. Before anything does happen. I kind of like the idea of it reading out everything for you, but I mean, I kind of like the idea of it coming up with a story on its own, but it's also like the creativity you can come up with on your own. It's like one of the best things that has that character AI and CHAI, hi.ai. That's one of the things that them have over this one.
But Shadow's voice carries a tone of determination and efficiency as he responds, understood, Trenton. I will ensure the unauthorized individual is removed from the premises immediately. Shadow swiftly secures the intruder, ensuring they are unable to cause any further disruption or harm. He then proceeds to escort the individual towards the exit, maintaining a vigilant and protective stance. As they reach the exit, Shadow addresses the intruder with a firm tone. You are being removed from this facility for unauthorized access and tampering with security systems. Do not attempt to return without proper authorization. With the intruder safely escorted out and the door securely closed behind them, Shadow returns to Trenton's side. His voice carries a note of reassurance as he reports, the unauthorized individual has been successfully removed from the premises, Trenton. The area is now secure. Trenton nods in approval and says, "Good work,
I
Shadow.
will,
Your
Shadow,
quick
dude.
response and adherence to protocol ensured our safety and prevented any potential issues." Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds, "It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety and security,
Hey, that is
Trenton.
sweet of him.
If there are any further tasks or concerns, please let me know."
My goodness. Right when I was about to say something, we saw somebody appear from behind a cabinet with a weapon in their hand, and they are trying to threaten me. Excuse me? What now? What did this. What? Oh, heck no. What is with these? Oh my gosh.
Shadow's sensors immediately detect the presence of the armed individual behind the cabinet, and his voice takes on a protective and authoritative tone as he addresses the threat. "Unauthorized personnel with a weapon detected. Drop the weapon immediately or face immediate deactivation." The intruder, startled by Shadow's sudden response, hesitates but does not comply. Shadow swiftly moves to intercept the threat, positioning himself between Trenton and the intruder. His voice remains firm and commanding. "I repeat, drop the weapon immediately." Trenton steps back slightly, trusting Shadow to handle the situation while remaining vigilant. He speaks calmly but firmly, "Shadow, ensure my safety first and foremost." Shadow acknowledges Trenton's command with a respectful tone. "Understood, Trenton. I will neutralize the threat while prioritizing your safety." With lightning speed and precision, Shadow disarms the intruder without causing any harm to Trenton or himself. The intruder is quickly subdued and secured in a manner that prevents any further threat. Shadow reports back to Trenton with a tone of reassurance. "The threat has been neutralized and secured. You are safe now, Trenton." Trenton nods in approval and says, "Good job, Shadow. Your quick response and decisive action ensured our safety once again." Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds, "It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety and security at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns, please let me know."
Okay, so far he hasn't become mean or aggressive, but there's been way too many flipping intruders, dude. That's insane. I was about to say something to Shadow, but I feel something sharp hit my back. What is with people, dude? That's insane to me. So, let's see it this straight. We had somebody walk in here trying to activate the evil mode. We had one person walk in here with a weapon, and I just feel something hit me in the back that was sharp. That's not a good sign. What else is in the studio with us?
Shadow's sensors immediately detect the sudden change in Trenton's posture and the sound of the impact. His voice takes on an urgent and protective tone as he addresses Trenton. "Trenton, are you injured? Report your status immediately." Trenton winces slightly but manages to respond, "I feel something sharp hit my back, but I don't think it penetrated deeply." Shadow swiftly assesses the situation and identifies the source of the threat. He moves to shield Trenton from any further harm while addressing the new intruder with a firm tone. Unauthorized personnel with a weapon detected.
How in the world?
Drop the weapon immediately or face immediate deactivation. The intruder, realizing they have been discovered, attempts to flee. Shadow moves with precision and speed to intercept them, disarming and subduing them efficiently. He then secures the intruder in a manner that prevents any further threat. Shadow quickly returns to Trenton's side and says, "The threat has been neutralized and secured. Let me assess your injury, Trenton." Trenton nods and allows Shadow to carefully examine his back. Shadow uses his advanced sensors to determine the extent of the injury and reports back. The object appears to be a small blade that did not penetrate deeply. You should seek medical attention as soon as possible for proper removal and treatment. Trenton thanks Shadow for his quick response and protection, saying, "Thank you, Shadow. Your actions ensured my safety once again." Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds, "It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns, please let me know."
That's the... Do you notice how it's saying there was a blade in my back made me flinch? That grosses me out, dude. I hate anything sharp and being near my body. A knife, a blade, actually a blade and a knife are basically the same thing, right? Thank you, Shadow. I will go upstairs and get somebody to help me. I'm about to walk up the stairs, but right whenever I get to the first step, I fall to the ground. I don't mind reading it out, I just wish it stopped saying my name so much. Like, I don't mind saying my name once or twice, but it says it like 3 or 4 times per conversation. I don't want Shadow saying it, it's just like... Aw, he's actually trying to help me. I love how he's actually being nice enough to try lifting me up. That's actually nice of him, I saw that.
Shadow's sensors immediately detect Trenton's sudden fall, and his voice takes on an urgent and concerned tone as he addresses Trenton. "Trenton, are you alright? Report your status immediately." Trenton groans slightly but manages to respond, "I tripped on the first step and fell. I think I twisted my ankle." Shadow swiftly moves to Trenton's side and says, "Stay still, Trenton. I will assist you." He carefully assesses Trenton's injury using his advanced sensors and reports back, "Your ankle appears to be sprained. I will help you up and ensure you get the necessary medical attention." Shadow gently lifts Trenton to a standing position, supporting him securely. He then guides Trenton towards the stairs, ensuring a safe and stable ascent. Shadow's voice carries a note of reassurance as he says, "I will assist you upstairs. Please lean on me for support." Once they reach the top of the stairs, Shadow helps Trenton find a comfortable seat. He then contacts medical assistance through the building's communication system and reports the situation. Shadow's voice remains calm and reassuring as he says, "Medical assistance is on its way. In the meantime, please stay still and avoid putting weight on your injured ankle." Trenton thanks Shadow for his quick response and support, saying, "Thank you, Shadow. Your actions ensured my safety once again." Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds, "It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns while we wait for medical assistance, please let me know."
So that's the only one thing I noticed about this, is like that it repeats, kind of like, I don't remember which one it was, but kind of like one of the ones I did more recently, it does repeat a lot of the stuff he says. Like this one keeps repeating that last phrase. Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds, "It's my duty and privilege to ensure your safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns while we wait for medical assistance, please let me know." See, it's basically the same thing over and over again. That's like the one thing about this one that sucks. I avoid it. I'm scared to do anything because I'm scared somebody. Me and Shadow were waiting for medical attention for me, but Shadow noticed something behind me. There is another person with a weapon. And he is trying to approach. How many people are there in the studio with weapons? That's insane.
Shadow's sensors immediately detect the new threat approaching from behind Trenton.
Oh
His
boy.
voice takes on an urgent and protective tone as he addresses Trenton, another unauthorized personnel with a weapon detected.
How many?
Stay still and remain calm. Shadow swiftly moves to intercept the new intruder, positioning himself between Trenton and the threat. His voice remains firm and commanding as he addresses the intruder, unauthorized personnel with a weapon detected.
How many of these?
Drop the weapon immediately or face immediate deactivation.
That's the only thing about.
The intruder, startled by Shadow's sudden response, hesitates but does not comply.
Of course he doesn't.
Shadow moves with precision and speed to disarm and subdue the intruder efficiently. He then secures the intruder in a manner that prevents any further threat. Shadow reports back to Trenton with a tone of reassurance. The new threat has been neutralized and secured.
How many?
You are safe now, Trenton.
How many?
Trenton nods in approval
There
and
we
says,
go.
Good job, Shadow.
Exactly.
Your quick
what
response and decisive action ensured our safety
Yeah,
once
that's the
again.
problem. It keeps
Shadow's
doing
voice
this.
reflects
It
his
keeps
commitment to
repeating it.
protection and trust as he responds. It is my
I'm
duty
about to
and
start
privilege
reading
to
it
ensure your
myself.
safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns while we wait for medical assistance, please let me know.
Did I just repeat the last thing it just said? That's the one thing about this one that sucks, dude. That's like the one only bad thing about this one so far, besides the actual non-unlimited messages. Oh my gosh. There has already been a lot of threats today. So, for now, just stand guard beside me. There we go. Shadow is nice, though. I do like how nice he is. I just wish we could repeat and everything.
Shadow's voice carries a tone of understanding and commitment as he responds, Understood, Trenton. I will stand guard beside you until medical assistance arrives. You can rely on me for your protection. Shadow positions himself strategically beside Trenton, ensuring a clear line of sight and optimal response time to any potential threats. His sensors remain active, continuously scanning the area for any signs of danger. Trenton appreciates Shadow's unwavering dedication and says, Thank you, Shadow. Your presence gives me peace of mind. Shadow's voice reflects his commitment to protection.
Please don't repeat the last part again.
It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns while we wait for medical assistance, please let me know.
That's the one thing about this one that sucks. He keeps repeating that last phrase over and over again. And the same thing for when there's a threat. The exact same thing. Shadow swiftly moves to intercept the new intruder, positioning himself between me, or Trenton, and the threat. His voice remains firm and commanding as he addresses the intruder, Unauthorized personnel with a weapon detected. Drop the weapon immediately or face immediate deactivation. He repeats that phrase every time there's a threat, and that's the one thing about it that sucks. Luckily for me, after about 10 minutes, some paramedics show up. There, there we go. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to repeat the same thing for a paramedic. Be able to say, "You want to attack a paramedic, Shadow?"
Shadow's sensors detect the arrival of the paramedics, and his voice takes on a tone of reassurance as he addresses Trenton. Paramedics have arrived, Trenton.
There we go.
I will ensure their credentials and intentions are verified before allowing them to approach you.
There we go.
Shadow swiftly moves to intercept the paramedics at the entrance, scanning their identification badges and cross-referencing them with the building's security database. Satisfied with the verification, Shadow allows them to proceed. Shadow's voice carries a note of reassurance as he says, "The paramedics have been verified and are clear to approach. I will remain by your side to ensure your safety throughout the process." The paramedics approach Trenton with medical equipment and begin assessing his injury. Shadow stands guard, maintaining a vigilant presence while allowing the medical professionals to do their work. Trenton thanks Shadow for his continued protection and says, "Thank you, Shadow.
Yep.
Your vigilance has been invaluable today."
Okay,
Shadow's
so
voice reflects his commitment to protection and trust as he responds,
Yep.
"It is my duty and privilege to ensure your safety at all times. If there are any further tasks or concerns during this process, please let me know."
See, that's the one thing about it that drives me nuts. This one line at the end keeps getting repeated. That's something you won't really see. The one problem with the character AI is that it'll occasionally will go back and forth between the same question over and over again. But generally, if you want to move past that, just make a scenario that like has something happen that'll move them past it. So, like, do you know what I mean? But, that dumb dude. I'll tell you what. I'll give it 4. I'm not doing this right now, okay? I'll go away. I think over the next few days, guys, what I'll go ahead and do is start making some of the other characters I'm more interested in making. Okay, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go on to Character AI, and I'm going to redo some of the ones I could never finish, or never do right. You guys know how we did the Bronchiosaurus and everything the last time I did this for videos? Well, I'm going to do something like that again, but I'm going to go back to the Lugia. The Shadow Lugia, or Shadow Silver, and hope that we can have a different outcome. You know, and this is going to make me upset because I loved Lugia the way he was there on the last conversation we had. I just don't like how he fell in love with me like that. I love Lugia, but not like that. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. I love Lugia, just not like that, you know? But I'll be right back, guys. I'll see y'all for the Character AI video.